Wow, the 77th Annual Emmy Awards, definitely not what anyone expected. We're talking genuine surprises, some absolutely jaw-dropping records, and moments that are, no joke, gonna go down in television history. So yeah, let's get right into it. So what made this year so memorable, right? Well, it really boils down to three key stories. First, you've got this massive upset in the drama category. I mean, nobody saw this coming. Then there's a comedy show that didn't just win, it completely shattered the record books. And on top of all that, we saw a whole bunch of historic firsts that might just be signaling a real shift in the industry.
And right at the heart of everything were three shows that just owned the night. You had HBO's super gritty medical drama, The Pit, Apple TV's comedy machine, The Studio, and of course, Netflix's incredible limited series, Adolescence. All right, let's kick things off with what was probably the biggest shock of the entire evening, that unbelievable win in the Outstanding Drama Series category.
Okay, so going into the night, everyone was betting on Apple TV Plus's Severance. It was the critical darling, the heavy favorite to win the big one, but then, boom, in a total David versus Goliath moment, HBO's The Pit, this really tense, gritty drama set in a Pittsburgh ER, just swooped in and pulled off this incredible upset. No one was expecting it.
And you know, for the show's star, Noah Wyle, this win was huge. It was personal. We're talking decades in the making. Can you believe it? After 5 nominations for his classic role on ER way back in the 90s, he finally got to hold his first Emmy for lead actor. Just an amazing full-circle moment for him.
And his acceptance speech was just perfect. He brought the humor, he brought the heart, he dedicated the win to all the ER workers out there, and then gave this great shout out to his wife. You know, in that way only a Hollywood veteran can. It was great. Okay, so we've covered the huge upset. Now let's switch gears to our second big story, a night of just complete and total dominance in comedy. I mean, Seth Rogen's The Studio didn't just win, it absolutely steamrolled the competition. The show walked away with a mind-blowing 13 Emmys. 13! That's a brand new record for a comedy series in one season. Just incredible. And it was a total sweep, top to bottom. The show won Outstanding Comedy Series, of course. Seth Rogen himself grabbed his first ever personal Emmy for Best Actor, which is huge for him. And Freda Perez made history as the very first Latina producer to win for Best Comedy. Just an amazing night for that whole team. And of course, in classic Seth Rogen style, his speech was just the perfect mix of humble and hilarious. You could tell he was kind of floored by the whole thing. But it wasn't just about those two big shows. The whole night was filled with these amazing moments. Moments that broke new ground and celebrated some incredible and, frankly, long overdue firsts. Like, take Owen Cooper from Adolescence. He won for Best Supporting Actor in a Limited Series, and he's only 15 years old. That makes him the youngest person ever to win in his category. And get this, it was his very first acting role. Talk about a meteoric rise. And his speech just nailed that whole whirlwind feeling. It's such a powerful reminder of how fast things can change in Hollywood. I mean, going from basically unknown to an Emmy winner in just 3 years? Wow. And the history-making just kept on coming. Even though Severance didn't get the top prize, one of its stars, Trema Tilman, hit this huge milestone. He became the very first Black man in Emmy history to win for Best Supporting Actor in a Drama. A huge, huge moment. And his speech? Oh man, it was one of the most touching moments of the whole night. He gave this beautiful shout out to his first and toughest acting coach, his mom. You gotta love that. So yeah, the barrier-breaking firsts were a huge part of the night, but we also saw some big wins for established favorites. The ladies from Hacks kept up their winning streak, Jean Smart won again, and Hannah Einbinder got her very first Emmy. And in a really nice, kind of heartfelt send-off, The Late Show with Stephen Colbert won for Outstanding Talk Series right before its final season next year. But, you know, it wasn't all about the awards. One of the moments everyone was buzzing about actually involved the host, Nate Bargatze, and this running gag he had that kept everybody on their toes. Okay, so here's the deal. At the start of the show, Bargatze says he's donating to the Boys and Girls Club, right? But here's the catch. He's going to dock money every time a winner's speech goes over 45 seconds. And, well, you know how award shows are. Pretty much everyone went long. The donation tally hilariously dropped into the negatives. But then there was a twist.
So at the very end of the night, Bargatze comes out and reveals the whole thing was a gag. The actual final donation, with money from CBS and himself included, a whopping $350,000. Just a perfect feel-good ending to the whole bit.
So yeah, when you look back on it, the 77th Emmys really was a landmark night. You had that amazing underdog win for The Pit, the totally record-shattering run from the studio, and this incredible wave of historic firsts. Just a huge night.
And all of that leaves us with a really interesting question, doesn't it? When you see so many new faces, so many new records, and so many barriers broken all in one night, are we watching a real changing of the guard at the Emmys? Is what we consider television excellence fundamentally shifting right before our eyes? It's definitely something to chew on as we wait to see what happens next year.